Good morning, Magic. I'm Gavin Verhey from Wizards of the Coast, and today I've got something pretty exciting. A Modern Horizons 2 set booster box a little bit early to open up and show off to all of you. So I'm going to crack open the whole box and tell a bunch of stories along the way. Let's hit it. So on the back, of course, it tells you all about how you can broaden your horizons. Lots of cool, exciting stuff in these, and then what set boosters are. Now, the fun thing about set boosters in these box opening videos that I absolutely love is that we get to try and see if we can open some cards from the list. And it's always a fun little mini game we play when a list card shows up to see if I can guess what it is in advance. So we'll see how well I do this time around. So we're gonna crack this open. Oh, look at these little squirrels right there. Cute little squirrely boys and girls. And others. All right, so open this up, take off the top here. Little close quarters. All right. Now let's see what we got in here. So we got all these boosters. Let's start cracking up. This is my first ever Modern Horizons 2 booster pack. Really excited to see what we got inside. All right. Now they're a little, if you notice here, they're actually a little puffy on the sides, like this. This happens just depending on the manufacturer that makes the booster. So I want to say it's maybe our Japanese manufacturer that tends to do that. Battle Bond packs were that way. But you know, others might be picking up that too. I know people always kind of notice when it happens. So here we go. Let's see what we got. So the first thing we're going to find in our set boosters, of course, is this art series card showing off this gorgeous art from the set. There's Abundant Harvest. And, you know, you can get the side of the card signed, which is pretty cool. Then we've got a land welcoming you on in, which is pretty fun. Got some connected commons and uncommons here. Oh, looks here, some Artifact Matters cards. They go well together. And the Chrome Courier, Ornithopter Paradise, Marble Gargoyle. We got Fairgrounds Patrol, Soul Migration, Scour the Desert, Necromancer's Familiar. Okay, there's those guys, and then we are into a rare here with Lonus, the Cryptozoologist, showing up here. The Snake Elf Scout. Oh man, Shin Scanner, I'm so excited for this. This is a reprint from Odyssey block. I believe it's from Odyssey. And I love coin flip decks. I've got a pretty sweet Zender Split Oakwand coin flip deck. Get some good goodies from this set. Oh yeah, there it is in the background, of course, Odyssey right here. Yeah, really fun reprint to have in Modern. Probably not going to be winning many Modern tournaments, but a really fun deck to try and build. One thing we did was put the set symbol in the background for the reprint cards that are new to Modern, which is kind of a cool thing. We did first in Masters 25. There's our old card frame card, the Goblin Anarchomancer. That's pretty sweet. Got this little foil here at the back, one random foil. And then do we have a list card? Oh, we do. We do have a nope, just an ad card. Mishra's Manufactory. And there's these little mini games that show up on some of these. I'm not going to explain what they all do, but you can freeze frame the video right now if you want to see how these work. I did a whole video talking about the creation of these mini games, which was pretty cool. All right, let's move on to pack number 2. Here we go. Now, in case you're wondering about the exact breakdown of the set booster, there's a great article online called Collecting Modern Horizons 2 you can go check out. But I'll run it through just one more time here for you. You start off with this art series card in front. Great piece of art from the set. Oh, I love this piece by Nils Holm here. Awesome piece. Then you get a land. Awesome, cool Mirage-y style land there. Or Mirage land, I suppose. We get 6 connected commons and uncommons. And these... the commons are all connected to each other, and the uncommons that show up here are all connected to each other. And the connection's gonna be more tenuous. So last time we saw a bunch of artifacts. Sometimes they're closer than others. Sometimes they just care about, oh, this gets a land with basic land cycling, and this lets you sacrifice a mountain. So we get 6 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then we get into our wild card slot, which in this case is going to be Lucid Dreams. This could be basically one card of any rarity. There's that great piece by Nils right there. Then we get into our rare, the Academy Manufacturer, in this case. Then we get into our new to modern reprint, Extruder, a throwback from Urza's Destiny is the flask. I always get, or this was right before I started playing, so I always get Destiny and Legacy mixed up. I'm pretty sure Destiny is the flask. And then you get our old card frame card. Here's the Glimmer Baron, which I talked about last time, but throwback to the Gilder Baron. Now in this slot, the head turner slot, you can get either a old card retro frame card or a sketch frame card. Then you get your guaranteed foil at the end. Could be anything. Guaranteed foil. It's cool to get one of these. And then at the end, yeah, you have about a 25% chance of getting a card from the list. That's a wide variety of Magic cards. So that's what's going on there. Now that I've kind of broken down the set booster, let's just crack these open. Let's see what we get here. All right, we're gonna bust it from the front open for this one. How do you all open up your booster packs? You know, sometimes I take it from the top, but my nails are kind of short right now. So it's a little harder to do than normal. All right. You can start off with art. This is a nice piece. All right, we got our basic land, connected commons and uncommons here. Squirrel Sovereign, yes. So excited to have squirrels back in this set. I know, I mean, Rosewater's been trying to get them back in Black Border for ages, but there are a ton of squirrel fans out there. I remember when we were talking about Modern Horizons 2, this is one of the first things we pitched, or first thing the team pitched, I think, was doing squirrels here. So, that is a nice open. That is an old card frame Marsh Flats. The fetch lands, of course, one of the big things in this set. And yeah, wow, this is a very hot open. Only 3 packs in, and already finding some pretty spicy stuff. I got some Commander decks this card's gonna slot right into. So I'm just gonna set that one right over here. Scourge Familiar, it's our Urza Saga reprint card here. Ornithopter Paradise, a cool old card frame. Ornithopter Paradise. Foil of Ashina Lashclaw, and then an ad card. I'm gonna separate out my my old card frame cards and my rares. This fetch land, I've got a pretty special place for this one, I think. So really excited to put that into a variety of Commander decks. And that's one of the big things with this set is the fetch lands returning after, or the enemy fetch lands returning after many years away, hotly requested from players. So very excited to crack open that Marsh Flats. Well, sometimes my boxes here are really good, and we're off to a strong start. We'll see if we can keep it up. All right, let's go on to the next booster. So yeah, there's the classic like booster opening technique of trying to take the top and like, you know, splay it like this and pull, right? That's what some folks do. But there's also like you can kind of crack open the middle like this and open it kind of like a candy wrapper or book, maybe. How do you open up your packs? Ooh, Garth One Eye. Talk about a wild Magic card. This card has generated a lot of discussion. It creates a Black Lotus token. Maybe we'll open one up later if things go well enough for us. Reprint Lander. I think this is an Odyssey or Onslaught. I think it's an Onslaught land maybe. All right, it's got our 6 connected commons and uncommons here. Bottle Golems. I made a video talking about this a bit last week, but reference to Bottle Gnomes on this card. We got our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 connected commons and uncommons. Oh, a rare in our wild card slot. That's always nice to see. You'd love to see it. Void Mirror, a much discussed card for fighting off Tron decks, perhaps. We got our normal rare, Solitude. Okay, well, this pack's off to a strong start. We got a rare and a mythic rare here. Bone Shredder, love this reprint. This is so nostalgic. This card was used in Extended and used with like Survival of the Fittest, this guy up. Oh yeah, note that Phyrexian type there. Talk more about that in a future episode, probably. There's probably a good episode to talk about the Phyrexian creature type being added to cards. If you would like to watch that episode, let me know in the comments down below. Here's a sketch card. So one of the things we've gotten asked by players for a long time is what if we could see cards with a sketch artwork on them, like we know what the artists do. Here's one such example. Some fun stuff about this this frame is that first of all, it's a brand new frame that was created just for the sketch cards, and you see there's stuff like the expansion symbol's a little bit outside the border there, and there's some looks like it's smudges and drawing here, so it really feels like it's a work in progress. And the flavor text on these is the part of the actual art description that we send to artists. It's not the whole art description. The whole art description is much longer. But it's a fun little reference. In this case, this is referencing the prior Greater Gargadon and Lesser Gargadon card. So here's the Gargadon that's right in the middle, the perfect sized Gargadon. We worked with the artists to make sure that they would send us their sketches for a select number of cards, and then, made them into these cards. I'm curious what you all think about this treatment. Let me know in the comments down below. Got a foil Tavern Scoundrel at the end. Another card. This is going to be great in my coin flip Zender Split Oakwand deck. You make so much mana with this. And then a clue token. Alrighty. So, Solitude Voidmere. Not too shabby. Not too shabby here. Just set my rare stack up there. Okay. The other cards will just keep putting off screen. All right, or you can do always the rip down the side booster method. That's a classic too. All right, Sojourner's Companion. Aw, yeah, this little guy. Right, Salamander. You gotta love it. Foil Mountain. You do get a foil land in this slot sometimes, which is pretty neat. We got our 6 commons and uncommons. Start off with this artifact land. Oh, here's a little artifact. Here's a little same row of connected commons and uncommons we got in the first pack. Right, these guys right here. And then the Razor Tide Bridge. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Moving into our Necromancer's Familiar for our wild card. Then our rare Dress Down. This is what, maybe we'll see it later if we open up right. But this is one of my favorite sketches in the set, where it's very much like a super rough sketch. If we don't open it up, you can go find a picture of it online. It's pretty funny. Goblin Bombardment. This has been a combo staple for a long time. It's used in all kinds of combo decks back in the day. Enduring Renewal, Goblin Bombardment is a classic one. Where during renewal says you put a card, whenever a creature dies, it goes back in your hand. Pretty good if you have an Ornithopter and a Goblin Bombardment. Nested Shambler. Drop these in the rare pile over here. Nested Shambler in our old card frame slot. Oh, and a foil one. How about that? Two little buddies hanging out. Two different flavors of the same delicious zombie card. And then this thing right here. Squirrel token. There it is in all its glory. The squirrel. Be afraid. Be very afraid. All right. On to our next pack here. This set was a real joy for everyone to work on, just kind of baking in all kinds of fun references, bring back things like squirrels, Ooh, okay. We see a card back here. That means that we've got a list card. So when we get to the end of the pack, we'll play a fun game, see if I can guess what it is. Starting off though, we've got Search the Premises, a white Investigate Maker. This has a Thrabin Inspector hanging out right there, which is pretty cool. All right. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, Alter the Goyf. It's our preview card. Hey, Alter the Goyf. How's it going? Good to see another Tarmogoyf out there. There's actually, I think there's another Goyf in this set. Too, the black one, Necrogoyf. And then we got our wild card, Scuttletide. Oh, the Crab Maker. Yeah, one of the fun things about this set was finding weird tokens to make, especially for the blue-green deck, which is all about weird tokens. Junk is what we kind of called it. So, yeah, this just makes crabs, which is pretty fun. This card is actually quite strong, especially if you're drafting like the blue-red Delirium deck. Onto our rare, Unmarked Grave. Yeah, this Entomb variant is quite strong. Notably, you don't have to find a creature card. So you can go find a Life from the Loam, which is what I'm planning on doing, because I love that card way too much. Especially, that's what I do with Entomb already in Commander, right? Let's do it again here. Ooh, Shardless Agent. That's exciting. Very nice. Wow. Sweet reprint. Excited to see what this does to Modern. We've got our old card frame card in Terminal Agony. Oh, and a foil Enchantress's Presence at the back. Wow, check out this pack. We got 3 rares. Unmarked Grave, Shardless Agent, and Enchantress's Presence. So it's kind of living the dream. If we get a rare list card, this is our 4 rare booster pack. Okay, so this is really exciting stuff. Unmarked Grave, Shardless Agent, foil Enchantress's Presence. This will go right into a Commander deck. And now we'll play. Can Gavin guess the list card? Let's see if we can do it. Starting from the bottom up. So all right, it's from Masters 25. It's got flavor text from Kenjek, Captain of the Thousand Swords. Ooh, I don't know if I know this one. Yeah, this is an M14 card. Is this Hot Soup? Oh, Swiftfoot Boots, of course. M12. How could I have missed Swiftfoot Boots? Sorry, Swifty. I love you. I love you, Swiftfoot Boots. I play you in my commander decks. Well, not 4 rares, but still 3 rares in this single booster pack. That is a very nice set booster. That's great stuff. Having all these extra slots for rare chances. You have some pretty exciting packs sometimes. The Swiftfoot Boots at the end is also like a totally fine commander card to open up. That'll go right into. You can never have too many of cards like that. Soul Ring, Swiftfoot Boots, Lightning Greaves. Oh, another list card in this pack. Exciting. Play a little game again. Wow, okay, so I'm 0 for 1 on figuring out what the list card is in advance. Hey, it's Nested Shambler, our buddy from a couple packs ago. Back again. All right. We got this guy. We got 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This card's a reference, of course, to Faithless Looting. I assume most of you caught that given the Faithless in the name, but it's kind of cool. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Connected commons, uncommons. We've got Vidalkin Infiltrator as our wild card here. Oh, it's Dakon. Very nice. So one of the fun things for this set was pulling out some really old characters and Gezron Dahada and Dakon to use. And so trotting this one back out was a lot of fun. And getting, of course, Richard Kane Ferguson to do the artwork for it. We kind of learned with the Black Blade we did in Signature Spellbook Gideon that he would be down for this kind of thing. And so to get him back to do stuff for here and potentially other places in the future has been really exciting. Here's our new to modern card and the Seal of Removal. Here's our old card frame card. And I should say that, this slot is not always old card frame. This is the head turner slot. So this is going to be old card frame or the sketch frame, which you've seen already so far. This card's causing quite a stir in Pauper. So yes, definitely know about that. Sanctuary Raptor is here as our foil, and then going from the bottom up. All right, see if we can figure this one out. All right, so this is pre-M15 frame, so it doesn't have the little 3-letter code down here. It's a Kev Walker. It's a 1/1. Don't know what card this is immediately. Pull it up a little bit further. Is this a dredge card? Is this a Golgari Thug? Yeah, nailed it. Golgari Thug. All right, 1-on-1. I'm guessing list cards so far. All right. Admittedly, the rules of the game are a little dubious, but I feel good about whenever I hit. Okay, grabbing another booster pack now. See what we can find. All right, no list card in this pack. All right, we're going in. We've got Strike It Rich as our art card here. Here's the art for that. All right, here's this. Our 6 connected comes captured by Legax. Oh, Andrew Brown loves Saddleback Legax. So the fact that this card stayed all the way through is great. Mirror, super excited to have Mirror back here. Oh, there's some connected Mirror nature. I know many people out there with Mirror decks will enjoy that. A little callback there. Underworld Hermit, this is a callback to, both Deranged Hermit a little bit. It makes squirrel tokens. But also there's a card in Theros that makes tokens equal to the number, soldier tokens, equal to your devotion to white. This is a callback to that. All right, going into our... Oh, yes. This is a very hot card from the set. This will show up in a lot of cubes. I know a lot of folks are trying to make this work in Modern itself, but Cube Commander for sure as a 4-mana sweeper in white or in a black-white deck. You can use it in 2 mana to kill something off. And no regeneration for you. Of course, the artwork has some references with this like great white kind of circle right here in the sphere. That's, of course, to the Wrath of God in the black version that this is referencing. Nettlesys for another rare. So this is our wild card slot, and then we get this. So we're already up to 2 rares in this pack. That's super exciting. This is going to be a great one to have around for all kinds of artifact-based decks. Often Commander, you want to make sure that your artifact decks scale for the long game, so excited about that here. And yeah, you know, with all the new artifact lands, Affinity could make a comeback somewhere, in Modern or otherwise, and it's going to be a pretty good card for it. The fact that it comes in as a creature with a living weapon is pretty huge. Patriarch's Bidding. Wow, another 3 rare pack. This is awesome. This is so sweet. Okay, this card, wow, what a throwback. This was huge in Standard back in the day. You would play Goblin Bidding, where you would sack all your goblins like a Skirk Prospector, bring them all back, get more Siege Gang Commander tokens, keep making mana, kill people with Patriarch's Bidding. This card was super powerful. Goblin War Chief, of course, would let you attack right away. But my personal favorite deck with Bidding to play was Beasts Bidding, where you would cycle away a bunch of beasts and then play, is it something Charge? And then, which said whenever beasts enter the battlefield, you got to deal 4 damage to your opponent. And yeah, then you would bring them all back and kill them. It was not a great deck, but it was a lot of fun to play. It's a goofy sideways deck back in the day. All right, we got our head turner slot, Phantasmal Dreadmaw. Love it in this awesome frame. Use the original art of Colossal Dreadmaw as inspiration to design an illusionary version of the dinosaur. Well, say they nailed it. This card makes me smile every single time. Love this. Knighted Mirror in foil at the back there. Very cool. And then our glue token. I love seeing these new to modern reprints because so many of them are just fun blasts from the past. You know, you see a Patriarch's Bidding and you just think about all the times you used to play with it. Or the times it beat you. I actually lost that card in the finals of PTQ once. Still a little sad about it. My opponent had no red sources, or sorry, no black sources in their Goblin deck, and ripped Graven Cairns to in play. They don't play, and they ripped Graven Cairns to get black to kill them with Patriarch's Bidding. Very sad. All right, anyway, moving on here. Enough about old PTQ stories. Let's look at some more Magic cards. 1, 2, 3. Sinister Starfish. Oh yeah, this is a super fun reference to the to Sigiled Starfish from Theros. Everyone loved that Starfish. Well, now you get the mean version of it that surveils instead of scries. 3, 4, 5. And here's the Blazing Rootwalla, kicking back, of course, to Basking Rootwalla. Fun reference. I mentioned that in my last one of my last videos. All right, going into the wildcard slot, we get Feast of Sanity. The blue-black archetype in Limited in this set is about making yourself discard cards to harm your opponent, which Feast of Sanity does quite well. A rare, hey, there it is. Oh no, can I say its name? I've been practicing. I've made the video about it. Asmorana Nobadicadastakul. Nope, I still can't do it. I haven't practiced enough. Sorry, Ethan. My video was all for naught. Asmorana no. All right, I could stay here for a long time. I'm not going to. There's a fun story around this card. We wanted to do it for a long time, but it didn't work because the name was too long for the because the mana cost would always run into it. But we figured out if we remove the mana cost, we could make it fit. And that's how it got this fun thing. It originally had Madness, then we took the Madness off. Make it a little more friendly to Commander, because you can't Madness from the command zone. So it's a fun one. Asmora Nomarda Dickadat Kuldakar. No, I can never do this. Just resign myself to my fate. Sorry, Ethan. I feel like I've betrayed you. All right, Mog Salvage. Here's a throwback from Nemesis of a free cycle. This is, a lesser known cycle than like Days or something like that. But this is if your opponent has an X and you have an X land, or if your opponent has an X land, you have a Y land, you can cast it for free. Mog Salvage, destroy an artifact for free in the right situation. Good against all the artifact-based decks out there. Submerge, of course, probably the best known card from this cycle, I think. Totally a blowout in Legacy. There's our old card frame card, the Nested Shambler. Our foil, the Slagwoods Bridge, to round out the pack. Our nice artifact land. And then our right, we've got an ad card. Timeless Witness. There it is. For a second, I was like, did I forget about a list card being in this pack? Nope. I didn't. It just was a token. Yeah, doing the artifact lands was a much debated topic, of course, as you can imagine internally. Like, artifact lands are historically some of the most broken cards in all of Magic. They caused us no shortage of issues. So to do 10 more of them was took a lot of testing, but we feel pretty good about them. Entering the battlefield tapped is a pretty significant downside, so we'll see what happens. his wizard cycling card there. All right, going on in, we've got these guys. Oh, there it is right there. Step through, the wizard cycler. Yeah, I talked about this in my previous video. Not the first ever wizard cycling card. Vidalcan Aether Mage had that going on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Fey Offering. Here's a fun fact about Fey Offering. I believe this is the only card which creates a clue token that doesn't investigate. Right? So normally you say investigate to make a clue. Well, this card doesn't. Fun little fact. All right, going into our wild card slot, we get Spreading Insurrection. A reference, of course, back to Insurrection, which many Commander players will know quite well. Flavor text even references that. It says everyone wants to be on the winning side, and the original flavor text is something like they just wanted to be on the winning side for once. I think it was Matt Talk Lavamancer that said that. So, reference there. All right, we're going on into our rare, mythic rare. Verdant Command. Just following the tradition of Archmage's Charm in the Modern Horizons before, it is the only command we have here. Not part of a cycle. Just its own thing. Maybe in the next Modern Horizons set, if we do one, we'll do another one-off weird modal card, like a 1 of 3 color charm or something like that, or a confluence. I guess that'd be the one to do, right? A single confluence. We originally Kaya's Guile. I think is that the card that with Entwine in Modern Horizons 1 was a confluence, but we decided not to do that. All right. Ooh, Cabal Coffers. Yes, this is a great card. This shows up in the new to modern reprint slot. So excited to have that here. This is a spicy pack. Yeah, it is mythic rare, which I know has been much discussed, but it shows up in the new to modern reprint slot, so it shows up more often. And yeah, that is sweet. This is once again Commander staple card, but maybe with Urborg could revive some mono black control deck in modern. Who knows? Monoscallion, a reference to Triskelion, and of course Serrated Biscallion and all the others in that cycle, or not really cycle, but in that naming convention. Talked about this one in my last video. Had a lot of people in the comments being like, "Yo, it's not about Serrated Biscallion, it's about Triskelion," and it's like, well, sort of. Serrated Biscallion is a reference to Triskelion, so they're all in the same family. But I like where you're coming from. I like the cut of your jib. Fodder Tosser. Here's a card that lets you discard your own card. Good in that blue-black deck I mentioned earlier. And then we have token at the end, a clue token right there. All right, moving on to our next booster. I think for these puffier packs, what I'm finding is that the pull at the top method is a little harder to make work. But it worked there. All right, we got a list card in this pack, so play our fun little game at the end. I'm 1-1 right now, if I recall correctly. Captured by Legax. Got to save this one for Andrew. Saddleback Legax, the weirdest references to some of these cards in this set. I love it so much. Doing the throwback basic lands was a really fun thing to do too. The Odyssey Plains, we'll see if we open it up. The Odyssey Plains is one of my favorite lands of all time. So this is a reference to the echoing cards, right? In Darksteel, there's a cycle of 5 echoing cards. You probably know Echoing Truth the best, but do something to a creature and then do it to all the other creatures. Well, Echoing Return is a fun play on that. Good with Shadowborn Apostles, right? That kind of thing. 3, 4. There's our little salamander. 3, 4, 5, 6. Mystic Redaction is our wild card. Moving into the rare, we've got Was! Yes. Fetch land number 2. This time in the normal frame, but I will happily settle for that with Verdant Catacombs here. 2 fetch lands in this box so far. Loving it. Throwback card, Patchwork Gnomes. It regenerates, which means that, the previous card we opened up that kills creatures without regeneration will kill off this guy. Mind Collapse in our head turner slot here. Foil Mirari's Wake at the end. That's great. I will not complain about the Verdant Catacombs Foil Mirari's Wake pack. That is awesome. Some really good opens in this box. This set is just jam-packed with good stuff. With these set boosters, it feels like you open up so many, rares. It's probably just the packs I'm opening. But maybe not. It feels good. Plus that new to modern slot, right, adds another hit of getting a rare in your pack. These packs just feel good to open. And then, all right, it's time for the game at the back, the list card. See if we can figure it out. So, yeah, wow, it's really old. It's a 2/3 rated Greg Staples. 99, so that's like Urza Saga. Urza's block. That's a 2/3. Ooh, I don't know if I know this one. Is this the insect? The insect thing? Oh, hey, it is about insects. Well, I don't know if I know what card is. Saber ants. Oh, an uncommon for Mercadian masks. Yeah. No, did not know that one. I knew it was an insect, which is weird. But I couldn't get the rest. I don't know that this is like Mercadian masks is like a weird hole for me. I do not know the set very well. I know like the constructed playable cards, but you know, basically, so I started playing in Invasion. That was my first block. So anything before Invasion, like I don't know super well because I wasn't drafting it or anything. And so I know the constructed playable cards, which Urza Block has a ton of. And for things before Urza Block, I actually would spend my evenings as a kid reading through encyclopedias of all the Magic cards and trying to memorize them. But for Mercadian Masks Block, I just like never did as much. So I just don't know those cards quite as well. Anyway, enough about Mercadian Masks. I'll start talking about this booster pack. So there it is. There's Odyssey Plains, one of my favorites. I've used this in decks for years. I don't know that it showed up actually in the new frame. So nice to have that here as another option to my decks. I'm trying to build an old card frame, all old card frame Arcades deck right now. So for those ones, I want the old card frame version. But for my newer decks, I'll probably use this version. That's great. You know what? For me, this is going in my like rare slot. Really happy to open that up. Love seeing those old lands make me smile. Yeah, this is what I use in my white decks normally, and then for every basic land, there's like a specific one that I like. I'm sure some of you are like that too, right? All right, so here are 6 connected commons and uncommons into our. Then we've got Mystic Redaction again in our wild card slot. Going into our rare mythic rare, we've got Priest of Fellrites. I know this has got a lot of people excited for reanimating. That's a 2-mana 2/2 with huge upside. Can't blame them. Seal of Cleansing. This was a cycle of cards from Nemesis. These seals. Seal of Cleansing, maybe the best known one. Maybe Seal of Fire, maybe is maybe a little bit better known. But Lens Flare in our head turner slot. Intent. The spell shows a creature being damaged by powerful rays of light. Foil Rustvale Bridge, and then add a card at the back. A little food. Oh, nice little Eldraine food. All right, we actually had we had a contest to make a food for Eldraine, like a real life version, and someone, Kate, made this basically replica of this exact cake. It looked absolutely ridiculous. It just basically the same thing as the in world version, except with less human in it. I hope because I had some, and she came in to do an episode of Good Morning Magic all the way back in the day. We cooked some mana buns. It was a lot of fun. A little stamp on this one. This takes the place of artist signature in some cases, or we might not have the signature or otherwise. This is a special one here. Does it show up? I think 15% of the time, a low amount of the time these show up. Maybe no, it's 5% of the time. 5% of the time. All right, we've got Foil Island right here. Going on in Brainstone, of course, referencing Brainstorm. I'm sure most of you probably got that one. 3, 4. I just love pointing out all the little references. It makes me, I don't know, feels like my 20 years of playing Magic pays off somewhere. Besides all the ways it already does, I suppose. All right, going into our, whoa, wild card, mythic rare, old frame, Sign of Draco. Hello, friend. Good to have you. That is our second rare or mythic rare in the wildcard slot that's been the old frame. That's awesome. So we'll go hang out with that Marsh Flats I cracked open earlier. Nice. Reference, of course, here to Draco. Also Tech, I think, too. Another card from the same block. Wow, that's great. All right, now we get our rare on top of that. Out of Time. So we're up to 2 rares in this pack already. Little phasing card here. Phase them out, vanish them out. You know, lots of flipping back and forth here. This is a fun one to blink. All right, Yavimaya Elder, great throwback card. Shows up a lot in Commander, but also like in Urza Block itself. This is a really popular card to play with. People loved grinding out games with the Yavimaya Elder. Old Frame, Galvanic Relay, a Storm card in the Old Frame. So right alongside the Shadow Storm nicely. This is, I think, a really elegant fix. Normally the problem with a Storm card that would draw you a card is that you just continue storming off and kill your opponent in one turn. This card says, no. You have to play them during your next turn. You can't play them this turn. it has to be your next turn. So I thought this was a really elegant solve to giving you card draw in a Storm package. Sets up for your next turn of play. A foil Bannerhide Khrushchev. And then at the end here, we have a Thopter token. Alrighty. Bust them from the middle. Let's bust this one from the middle. Here we go. Oh no, oh no, there we go. Alrighty. Ooh, use 3 Fortune's Flame. This card is also gonna go in my Oakwand Zendersplit commander deck. I know some folks are gonna make a use 3 the commander. I'm more of a Oakwand Zendersplit kind of guy, but I did design them, so I'm probably a little bit biased. Alright, let's go through these common and uncommons here. And then we're gonna move into the wildcard slot, which is Captain Ripley Vance, character from Ixalan. A reference, the third spell here is referenced directly back to Vance's Blasting Cannons, which wants you to cast your third spell in a turn. So that's kind of cool. Rare, mythic rare, Necroglyph. There it is, the Lurgoyf in this set. Your Alter the Goyf will give this trample if you have it, which is fun. And the first Lurgoyf, this and Alter the Goyf, first Lurgoyf in a very long time. Tarmogoyf was actually the last new Lurgoyf, and that was from Future Sight. So, been quite a while. Braids is our throwback. I know Cube April on Twitter is very happy about this one. But yeah, people would lock you in standard with this card if you weren't careful. The fun fact about Braids is that originally this art was not for a legendary character, but the art we got back was so loved by the team that they decided they had to make a legend for her. And I think that's pretty cool. I love the idea of upgrading a piece of artwork to a legendary status, and it's quite a well-known one. It went on to go spawn a card in Planar Chaos as a blue color-shifted version of Braids. A little less powerful, I think, that one, Conjurer Adept, but still fun to play with. We got Jade Avenger. This is, I talked recently about how this is a reference back to Chub Toad, and Bashi Toad being the reference there. And check out my last video talking all about it. It's a pretty goofy one. Foil Urban Daggertooth, and then a token here at the end. We're only like halfway through the box, and I'm already really happy with my opens, so feels like I can only basically go up from here. Ooh, list card. I'm gonna keep playing the game. So I think I'm 1 and 2 at guessing the list card from just the bottom portion of the card before we get to the rules text. Oh, hey, here's Necrogoyf right there. All right, skim past the connected commons and uncommons. 3, 4, 5, 6. Terramorph. Fun fact about Terramorph is this is actually art I think we've just had for a really long time. One of the things I do is I pick the promo cards, and so Terramorph, I'm always looking at like our slush artwork that we didn't use anywhere, and this is a piece of artwork we've had for ages that we could never find a home for, and I'm really glad that we finally found a home for it here in Modern Horizons 2. Lots of art that we just have hanging out gets used in this set because it uses all kinds of stuff from all across planes, so if a card is, gets removed from Kaladesh or something, well, hey, this is a place we can use the artwork from Kaladesh we didn't use somewhere else, which is kind of fun. All right, going into our wildcard slot, we get Glinting Creeper, a Converge card, good for that 4 or 5 color Converge deck and limited. And going into a rare, ooh. Hey, it's Necrogoyf again. Good seeing you, buddy. How's it going? This one is in the old frame, though, which is pretty cool. Love seeing these old frame cards. I'm so happy we got to do this. Basically what happened is we unlocked the old card frame for Time Spiral Remastered. I worked really closely with the operations team to make that happen. Huge kudos to them. And then after we got it back and started getting physical samples, it was just like, this is awesome. We know we're going to want to use this again. And I think it was Aaron Forsyth probably who was like, we should try and get this into. It's either Aaron Forsyth or Mike Turian, who was probably like, we should try and get this into Modern Horizons 2. And he was totally right to do so. Oh, Gaia's Will. Sweet. Rare. Oh, must have messed up my numbering. This must actually be the wild card. But here's our rare. A much discussed card, Yawgmoth's Will throwback here. Greed. Throwback to Legends. And also reprinted in a bunch of core sets. Marble Gargoyle. Here's our showcase, or excuse me, not showcase, head turner slot. That's always a showcase. Reference to, I'm not even going to try this character. This is a throwback back to, I think it's Granite Gargoyle from the early days of Magic. Features a quote by Asmore on it. And Marble Gargoyle, fun reference to that. Showing up here. Foul Watcher as our foil. All right, now it is time for the list game here at the very end. All right, it's from Battle Bond. Oh, I should know this one. I really should know this one, given that I was lead designer of Battle Bond. I know these cards really well. All right, what do we got? Oh, Vizier of Bontu. So this is a reprint from, gotta be reprint in Battle Bond from Amonkhet. Is this, well, let's see, it's not going to be Unburdened because Battle Bond didn't have cycling. Is this the 1BB sacrifice something, sacrifice a creature or artifact to draw cards equal to its mana value? Oh no, painful lesson. I missed on a Battle Bond card. No, that's embarrassing. Oh well. Right, we put painful lesson in the set because targeted draw Intuitive Giant was so important. Right, you want to be able to target your teammate with your card draw spells. That's why painful lesson showed up there. It was a huge challenge trying to find all the effects in that set that could, you know, like target, because you wanted to be able to share them with your allies. The Warriors deck, well, I remember it was brutal because there's this Warrior theme in Battle Bond, and you would there were all these cards that cared about your warriors as opposed to like target warrior or target warrior you control that didn't work because there were these cons of Tarkir warrior subthemes. Anyway, stories from a long time ago. Maybe someday I'll crack a box of Battle Bond here and tell some old stories. Would you all enjoy that? If so, let me know in the comments down below. Here's a fun card for the token deck, the Specimen Collector. All right, 3, 4, 5, 6 going into our wild card. Sylvan Anthem as our wild card, starting off with a rare already. Nice. And yeah, I know there's been a lot of color pie discussion around this card. I was not in those meetings. I don't want to claim to know what was talked about or what wasn't talked about. I will say that if a color is going to say green creatures you control get +1/+1, green does make sense for that. In the same way that, you know, black creatures get +1/+1 is a black card, and so on and so forth. Now, if this small size buff for 2 mana is the thing that green should be getting at all, is that's a different discussion. And I'm not in the Council of Colors meeting, so I don't know. Unless it's my set, of course, that's being reviewed. So I don't know. Moving on. Ooh, Grief, yes. This has been hotly discussed. Really good with Ephemerate. Evoke this turn 1, Ephemerate it, crush your opponent's hand. We'll see. Time will tell if that's going to be a strong modern strategy or not. I know there's been a lot of discussion back and forth on this one already. These incarnations are some of the hottest cards in the set. So the fact we've already gotten 2 of them is pretty rad. Counterspell, finally in modern. So great. After so many years to have it in the modern format. Excited to brew all kinds of blue control decks with this one. Timeless Witness in the sketch frame here. Got a foil Flametongue Yearling, kicking back to Flametongue Kavu, of course. And then a little Urza's Blueprints Magic minigame. You can freeze frame it if you want to learn about this one. All right. Checking along. Looks like there's, what, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, like 11, 12 packs left. So yeah, we still got a long way to go here. Lots of good stuff left to open. I thought this might be one of my faster openings. I was so wrong. All right, let's just skip through these commons, uncommons. 3, 4, 5, 6. Raving Visionary in the wildcard slot, followed by Karth the Lion. Fun fact about Karth the Lion. So Karth the Lion is, his name would, in the story basically, when it was said quickly, became Carthelian, which of course would go on to be Jared Carthelian, right? So Karth the Lion is kind of the progenitor of the Carthelian line. I think I got that right. Sure, maybe there's someone out there in the comments who can tell me if I got it wrong, but pretty sure that's the story here. So Karth the Lion is a kickback to Carthelian. And I believe this is the first time we've ever seen the loyalty symbol outside of a Planeswalker on a card. So kind of a funny line of text here. Of course, it reads like a downside that costs you an additional plus to activate, but that's actually quite good. All your Planeswalker loyalties start going up by 1. She should be a fun commander to build around. Milliken, first showing up in, well, it was in Odyssey. I think it was in a set before Odyssey. No, Mannequin was before Odyssey. I think Milliken first showed up in Odyssey. Oh, yeah, I should just look at the back. I'm trying to tell you all my fun facts when literally the answer's right under my nose. Yeah, it's from Odyssey. And we put it in the background of the card. It's got new art, though, so that's kind of cool. Mill card, add 1. And now Milliken with Mill on it finally. Feels like we've finally done something right in the world, you know? Getting the word Mill on Milliken. Anyway, Kitchen Imp is here. Foil Arcbound Mauser. And then our ad card at the end. Zombie Army token for all your Bolas Levin needs. All right. List card here. Get to play our little mini game again. There's the Bridge ad card, followed by this Plains. Got our connected commons and uncommons, 4, 5, 6. Combined Chrysalis for our wild card. Fun little Simic throwback. Creature tokens you control of flying. It's pretty cool. And once again, the fact that these cards let you sacrifice any token for their bonus is a huge, right? You can turn your clues and treasure into 4/4 beasts, which is exactly what this deck wants to do, right? You'd get these junky tokens and upgrade them. So this is a key uncommon for that deck. All right, going into a rare, Fracture Sanity for milling out your opponent. This is a nice, 2 mana, mill and 4 draw card. It's pretty cool. And great Drew Tucker art. Great to have him doing pieces for us. It's pretty wild artwork there. Angelic Curator, kicking back to Urza Block. Protection from artifacts. Very relevant in this format. There's your sketch, Faithless Salvaging. We got our foil, and then at the back, okay, we got our list card this time. Let's see if we can figure out what it is. Okay, so 5/5 from the pre-M15 card frame, Michael Comark, 2014. So that's going to be, that's after I started at Wizards. So this is maybe like, it's not Theros. What, 2014? Is that Cons? Okay, well, it takes an extra turn. Oh, this is Conspiracy. It's a Scourge of the Throne. Nice. Nice. That's a great mythic to pick up here. It's got the good old Scourge of Dethrone, really. Right. It's the people made that joke since I saw the card for the first time. But anyway, sweet card to pick up here. I think I put that card in the Mystery Booster sheet, and because I loved it so much. I worked on Conspiracy, and I remember thinking a big Dethroned Dragon would be awesome. And we got Scourge of the Throne. That's the whole story there, basically. Let's do attack multiple times. Sithis, this card I'm super excited about. The green-white Enchantress commander. All right. Kicking through our commons and uncommons here. Kick back to Lightning Helix, the Foundry Helix. 3, 4, 5, 6. Wild card, Clattering Augur. Look at this. Look at this little skeleton here. All right, going to a rare mythic rare, Chef's Kiss. Mwah. This is, of course, Asmore in the artwork, who is a delightful chef. This card has some very weird rules interactions, which I won't get into everything here, but, for example, if they cast an Ephemerate on their creature and you Chef's Kiss it, what happens? Because, you can't target a creature you control with Ephemerate when you, according to the card, right? New targets can't be you or permanent you control. So anyway, all kinds of wacky stuff happens here sometimes. But anyway, on the whole, this card plays pretty well. Super fun. Zurin Orb. This is a real throwback here. Of course, you would balance Zurin Orb. That was always a nice play. Or just, play it, gain some life. But yeah, balance Zurin Orb, sack all your lands, gain a bunch of life, blow up all your opponent's lands for 2 mana. Good times, good times. Or just, before you Armageddon, crack all your lands as Zurin Orb. It was a different time back then in Ice Age. Underworld Hermit is here. Then the sketch frame version. The Pied Piper of Squirrels. Yep, nailed that. World Weary as our foil. And Totally Lost in Translation as your middle mini game for those who want to play this. I'm looking forward to now that people are starting to meet up in person again. The Magic mini games we deployed in Zendikar Rising, and I'm sure they've gotten some use, but people not hanging out at game stores. There isn't like between rounds of events to have them happen in. But now you can finally go back to game stores, and there'll be between rounds at events where these little mini games might get played. Reference the Tragic Slip right here. Love that one. All right, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ghostlit Drifter. Reference to the Ghostlit cycle. Not everyone remembers this deep cut from Saviors of Kamigawa, but that one's pretty fun. All right, going into a rare mythic rare. Or excuse me, I must have, our wild card slot. Love Step Chancellor, and then Thought Monitor for our rare mythic rare. Kick back to Thought Cast, of course, an affinity card that lets you draw 2 cards when it enters the battlefield. Fire Ice. This is a really cool one to have in Modern, finally. This was an iconic card in Invasion when it came out. Saw plenty of old format play. It should have been Legacy for a while. Seems wild to say this should have been Legacy, but it did a long time ago. You would ice people's lands a lot. Really neat to have here. To this day, I still use Sling Ice when I tap something and draw a card. Step through in the old card frame. Fun. Get that wizard cycling rolling. And a foil Gavin Verhey. That's actually a nice pickup. Nice commander pickup. Cool. Fun little treasure token here. All right. Moving along. Got Razortide Bridge for, I think. Ah, yes, another Odyssey Plains. Perfect. You know where this belongs. This belongs in the keeper pile. The one I get really excited about. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Thraben Watcher. Of course, a reference to Always Watching from Innistrad. It's one of the angels that shows up there. Same line of text here. Pretty nice uncommon. All right, rare, mythic, rare slot. We have... All right, I must just be miscounting. Oh, sorry, this is the wild card slot. Excuse me. we're deep into this recording. We're an hour in. Pardon me for getting that wrong there. Flame Tongue Yearling. How will you ever forgive me? And then into our rare mythic rare slot. What? 3 fetch lands. This box is going good. So we've got Marsh Flats in the old frame, Verdant Catacomb, Scalding Tarn. Yes. Oh, it feels so good. Seeing these fetch lands here again. I know many of you are going to be excited to get your hands on these. This box is a winner. Oh, and another Enchantress of Presence too in the old frame. That's great. 2 rares already in this one. Lens Flare. Oh, yes. Foil Retro Frame Chatterstorm. Oh, I love these old frame foils. They look so good. Get the shooting star and everything there. Oh, that's awesome. This feels right out of an Odyssey booster pack. I guess Storm would be Onslaught block. Odyssey would be Squirrels. You know, split the difference. Yes. Oh. Be very afraid, Pauper players. I've got Chatterstorm right here. Oh, that's great. Okay. Then, let's hear. Seeing the old frame foils just, makes me so happy. I hope we keep doing stuff with the old frame. The player reaction to it has been so fantastic. I can't imagine that we won't do more with it in the future. Ooh, a list card here. Get to play our little game again. I think, am I 2-2 right now? Someone should be keeping track out there in the comments. All right. Kicking along. We got our connected commons, uncommon. 3, 4, 5, 6. Underworld Cookbook. There's Asmore's book right there, the one that she finds. Turns cards in your hand into food. Great for the self-discard deck. And you know, anything fun you're trying to do. Bring stuff back from the graveyard to your hand too. Fun little thing with Asmore. All the Asmore commander decks will want to play a cookbook in it. All right, rare, mythic, rare. We've got Archon of Cruelty. Ooh, hello, booster pack wrapper. This is one that you will be reanimating. You'll unmark a grave for this, and then persist it back onto the battlefield. It's a built into the set combo. Mishra's Factory. Talk about a throwback. This card has seen play basically since it showed up in Antiquities. A land that becomes a creature is quite strong. Weird ability to pump an assembly worker. Would later go on to influence cards like Blinkmoth Nexus. So fun fact there. Prophetic Titan. It's here. It's getting the sketch frame. Throwing back to Prophetic Bolt. It's pretty simple. These are both the 2 things Prophetic Bolt does. And if you're delirious, well, let's you do both of them. Foil Revolutionist. All right, time for the list mini game. See if we can crack it. Maybe I'm at 2 and 3 because I missed Painful Truths. Oh. All right, what do we got here? We got 2-4 from 2006. This is before I started at Wizards. It's green and it is white. This is right, Keljor and you have Maya flavor text here. This is Juniper Order Ranger. Yeah, Juniper Order Ranger. This is a combo card. You play this with persist cards, and when they persist back, they get the counter. They don't die. Lots of fun combos with this, but also just a fine anthem in its own right. All right, moving on in to our next pack here. Murktide Regent Delve card. All right, 3, 4, 5, 6. Filigree Attendant as our wild card. Rare. Harmonic Prodigy. Yeah, fun fact about Harmonic Prodigy is that originally, up until very late actually, in the process, up until the slideshow, I think, it said if just if an ability of a shaman would trigger, it didn't have this another wizard line on it. But there was so much feedback about how it was weird that it was a wizard that triggered your shamans, not itself, that I think Aaron went in and added the another wizard line on there, so it would work in your wizard decks, which makes me very happy. I think I even emailed that feedback in as one of my notes. Many other people did as well, I'm sure. And it's a much more cohesive card and great in your wizard decks now. which pairs well with, of course, Riptide Laboratory and cards like that in this set. So this is a pretty cool card. Excited to see what comes out of this. Nykthos Paragon. Another rare. Very cool. Enchantment creature. There's this new kind of wording we're using here. Do this only once each turn. So this is kind of fun. Why does it say this instead of just that this only happens once or whatever? Well, whenever you gain life, you may put that many +1/+1 counters on each creature you control. Do this only once each turn. Means that if you gain 1 life, maybe you opt not to do it. So when you gain 6 life later on in the turn, you do opt to do it. So you can only do it once, but you opt into when it happens. And that's kind of why we chose this wording. Kind of a new technology we're deploying here. I think this is the first place it shows up. We've had the this only happens once each turn, but not the you do this only once each turn thing, which makes it something you can choose. Hunting pack is here. I think there's actually a beast token in this pack. Oh yeah, there it is. I saw it when I cracked it open. There's the beast token. It goes with the hunting pack. You see the beasts here, beast here, beast there, hang out together. Green Storm card. Lazotep Chancellor as our showcase head turner, and then a foil jewel-eyed cobra at the back. All right, here we go. All right, so this is pack. I think there's 6 more packs left, including this one. So we're getting toward the end. Getting toward the end of this set booster marathon. If you made it this far, let me know in the comments down below. Code word is nuts, because that's what squirrels have, right? Just hide nuts in a sentence, write nuts down below. If you made it this far, thank you for watching. We're over an hour in now. Or thereabouts anyway. Alrighty, let's see what we got here. 6 connected commons, uncommons. Ooh, dressed out. Here it is. I mentioned it earlier. The this sketch is definitely a sketch, right? Look at that. It's you really see the array of sketches different artists send in, and it's like, yep, Ian, you're gonna do a great job. This is definitely early, but we know it's gonna be okay. I think it's really cool that this frame lets you see the variety of sketches artists turn in, because it's always fun from my perspective seeing the artwork come in when all the stuff starts hitting. I know when I've made a card and the sketch comes in, I get really excited about it. So anyway, there's Dress Down. Got Calibrated Blast. This is our new kind of erratic explosion style card. Pretty fun. Gorilla Shaman, yes. Here's an Alliance to throw back. The Mox Monkey is here. With Jai Ballard flavor text to boot. This card was called Mox Monkey because, well, it blew up your opponent's Moxes pretty well for a 1-mana 1/1 creature, especially back in the day when creatures were often not that great. Today, it can blow up your opponent's artifact lands, although these ones have indestructible, but if you're playing Legacy or something, if you want to play the Seed of the Synod, well, bad news for them. But anyway, now this is fresh to Modern, so yeah, just maybe a sideboard card, just a nice throwback. I think it's cool that these slots are often just like a nostalgic card that'll maybe see some fringe Modern play, or a cool commander card, something that evokes a memory. I think is really nice here. Got our Old Flame Glimmerbairn, cool, and a foil Tangle Pool Bridge. Love seeing the foils of these bridges. Those are really pretty. This one in particular, great work, Randy Gallegos on this one. All right, all right, token. All right, 5 packs from the bottom. 5 packs left to go. Already have 3 fetch lands. Let's see if we can get any better than that. Grist the Hunger Tide. Well, if I open up a Grist, I'd be satisfied. There's that ad card featuring spooky old Grist there. Grist mills you. Let the jokes write themselves, people. All right, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wild card, Vile Entomber. All right, followed by our what? Is that a called shot? Is that a called shot if I ever called one? One more fetch land would be great. Crack open an Arid Mesa. There it is. We've hit 4 of the 5 enemy fetch lands in this box. I know someone in the comments is going to be like, Gavin got a rigged box from Wizards. You saw me open this thing up from sealed to here. Nothing was rigged about it. We don't make special weird rigged boxes or anything. That's amazing. I can't believe it. What a booster box of Modern Horizons 2. Yes. Oh, my deck's going to be so happy with this new fetch land infusion. Oh, feel just happy looking at it. All right. be really nice if in the last 5 packs, there's 5 left. In the last 5 packs, I hit the last one I'm missing, which is what? White. I got the white ones. I got the red ones. Green, blue. Misty Rainforest is the one that I'm missing. But I'm not gonna call that shot. That's a little ambitious even for me. Foil Rift Sower, and then add card back. What? All right, Arid Mesa. That is pretty amazing. Oh, you can't see me in my face right now, but I'm smiling ear to ear. It's been a great booster box. Subtlety on that art card. 3, 4, 5, 6. We have our. Did I just count this? Oh, here we go. 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. This is our wild card. Another cookbook for us. And then we've got a Diamond Line. Throwback to Lion's Eye Diamond, of course, as our rare mythic rare. And Upheaval. Wow, yeah, this card is a powerhouse. Many dreams have been ruined by this card. You play it back in the day in Psychotog, you would float all your mana, play Upheaval with a 3-mana float, and cast Psychotog afterward, and that would be game normally. Or just Upheaval to reset the board, too, with Mana Rocks and Cube. Good times. Now, in Modern, lots of fun Odyssey stuff showing up here. Floodhound. Action. This creature is a Bloodhound formed entirely of water. Floodhound, great name for that. Got our Foil Wave Sifter. And then a little token card here. All right. This is pack number 4 from the bottom. So we got this one and 3 more remaining afterwards. All right. So let's see. Radiant Epicure. There. All right. 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, there. The card is right there. Great art on that. It's a cool, really cool piece. Murktide Regent, awesome, in our rare mythic rare slot. This card gets huge. We'll see if this shows up in Modern, but it looks like it definitely has the potential to. I mean, Tombstalker shown up in the past, and this is not that far off. It's in blue. It's pretty easy to get cards in your graveyard with fetch lands and stuff, so it's pretty sweet. Oh, there's Sithis right there. That's great. Awesome. Talking earlier about how I wanted this for an Enchantress-style commander deck. It's cool to have around. And maybe Enchantress will even show up in Modern. Enchantress' Presence is here, right? You could do that potentially. Oh, 3 rares? Yes. Murktide Regent, Sithis, Riptide Laboratory. This card holds a special place in my heart. I played this with Spell Stutter Sprite to do some pretty gross things in Extended. We'll see if it does anything in Modern, but it's definitely a card I've got fond memories of. Bring back your Snapcaster Mage, maybe? Can I convince you? Bone Shards in the old frame here. Chitter Spitter, another rare? This is our 4 rare set booster pack? Yes. Oh, what a booster. Oh, Chitter Spitter. What a delightful card. This is a great word to say. Chitter Spitter. Wow. This pack, Information on Winchester draft. That's cool. Tells you how to draft this cool 2-player format. This is a great 2-player draft format. Highly recommend Winchester if you're looking for a way to play with 2 players. Another great 4 rare booster. That's awesome. This box has just been stacked. These boosters are full of good stuff. I mean, between like the old reprints and the format, kicking up to rare and just like cool nostalgic cards. I know it's like Gavin's the Wizards guy. Of course, he's gonna hype this up. But like, look at what I opened. Tell me I shouldn't be excited. You know, like this is a great box. And really, we all know the real hero here is the 3rd Odyssey Plains. Even that is coming up, Gavin. All right, but we're not gonna hit that last fetch land probably. But I will not complain about the 4 that I've opened. 3, 4, 5, 6. Wildcard Glorious Enforcer. And going to a rare mythic rare, we've got Search the Premises. Little white Investigate. This can draw you some cards on a pinch. We'll see how much Commander play this sees. I mean, it's no Smother and Tithe, but it is a white way to draw cards. So I'm curious to see if this shows up. Definitely, I love clues as a thing white could be getting more of potentially, especially in Commander sets and stuff like Modern Horizons where they show up. So if you like clues, let me know in the comments down below. I'd like to do more of them. Flametongue Yearling, Dark Moss Bridge, another foil bridge. These continue to look great. And this ad card here. All right, 2 packs remaining. Dawn of the second to last day. Ooh, list card here. All right, here's Gedron Dahada, another Planeswalker, and all her tentacled glory. She's got a long story with Dagon Blackblade, which I will not recap here, but you know, I'm sure there's a great video online summarizing it. Maybe I'll do one at some point. All right, Draykeeper. I don't even know that I've opened one of you up yet. Great Kev Walker piece. Really feels like classic Kev Walker here. Anyway, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wild card. Suspend. This is a cool card. A 1-mana removal spell. Suspend something, but it's instant speed, so you can kind of make it 3 counters, right? If you do it on the end of their turn, that's their turn basically that you stopped it for your attack step, so you can get out of the way for 2 turns. This might see some play somewhere as a blue Swords of Plowshares style thing. And if there aren't 2 more turns in the game, then it's just a Swords, right? Really fun to suspend your own thing, too. All right, that's another thing you can do to retrigger ETBs or save it from a Wrath. And it has haste when it comes back down, so you're really not even taking that much time off. Sweet. So that's our wild card, right? And then a rare mythic rare, Sanctum Weaver. I'm getting big Enchantress vibes from this box. Thanks, Sanctum Weaver. Korean Rager, finally a Ranger after all these years. He picks up a class. I know this was a hotly requested thing as much as a few weeks ago. So when we previewed this, I was really excited. Elves, I played a lot of this card in Legacy Elves. It is quite powerful. You know, this and Wirewood Symbiote, which is Symbiote is a reference back to Korean Ranger. That's a Scourge card, I believe. Anyway, they're both very powerful pieces of Elves in Legacy. And having this in Modern, we'll see if Elves does anything. There are some new hate cards in the set for it, but pretty cool card to have here. Blacksmith Skill. It's there. Mystic Redaction. Okay, so now it's time to get to our list card at the back. I did see it was red. I did see what it was. All right. 2005, Ron Spencer. Is this... Well, it's not Warp World because the text isn't small enough. Rest on the bottom in any order. Is it Warp World? It is Warp World. How about that? Well, I guess the text is shorter than I remember. Oh, right, because this is the Ravnica version, which is... The core set version is longer, I think, when we reprinted it. Because of the various wording changes, I think, maybe. Or templating changes. But, yeah, there's Warp World for you. Very wild Magic card. You cast that in Commander, and it's fun the first time, maybe. Don't loop it too much with Archivist and what have you. I don't know. We can count that as a win. I'll let you decide if you want to count that as a win for me guessing the list card, right? Here's Chatterfang right there. We got a Swamp. And last pack here, let's see what we get out of it. 3, 4, 5, 6. Wild card, Tireless Provisioner. And then for our last rare mythic rare, we have... Ooh, an Elder Dragon. Piru is a story character. Piru is here. Excited to build a new Elder Dragon commander deck, so that's pretty fun. Flame Rift, great reprint from Nemesis. Get some damage in your mono red decks. Late to Dinner. Yeah, Friendship that can outlast death. That's a fun one. Oh, and then a foil sketch card. This one's pretty cool. I love foil sketch. You can see the beginnings of everything here. It's kind of fun. See that the tiny frame. Well, what a box. I am not complaining about this one. I'm going to pull out these 4 fetch lands because this is the real highlight to me. I mean, lots of great stuff here. But this is really the thing I can't believe. And plus the first one, the Marsh Flats, being the old frame, is just the real kicker on top of it. That is so gorgeous because it's going to line up with your Onslaught one so well. So this has been a lot of fun to open. It's been a blast to crack and show you everything that's in here. Let me know if you have any questions or thoughts in the comments down below, and I will talk with you again soon. In the meantime, may you have a lot of fun getting ready for Modern Horizons 2. You got this.